line back up. Set this here, just let them all know.
Still has this up as live. This is the old one.
Am I first? Lucas Landon Reptiles. What's up, Kai?
Definitely not first.
First to the new one.
Yeah, we had to restart here. We pretty much got through what I would say was going to be pretty much right at the end of the live stream, and we cut out. So we hop back on here just to kind of get things going again. There we go.
144p.
There we are. Lucas, what's going on, Kai? Welcome back. Yeah. Camo, what's going on? Welcome back. See if we can build some people up here, and we'll finish this up real quick.
And now our video is in the right direction.
Yeah, we got to change the orientation for the last 5-10 minutes of the video.
Right. Yes, part 2, Lou.
Ha! That's funny.
With the red gene, we can also show them, because we showed them what the black pastel blackhead red gene looks like, and we showed them what the black pastel blackhead looks like. You can kind of see the difference.
You can go pick that out, because I'm not 100% confident on those, so that's all you. We'll finish with this clutch and then we'll go back to that.
All right.
Dave, thanks for dialing back over, man.
We do have blackhead that's for sale.
Well, honestly, nothing yet. We got to get enough meals into them, but there's
a few.
There's going to be a solid handful of stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a blackhead black pastel. I'll have
make this a show and sell stuff.
Pastel blackhead red gene, and then Jim's got.
Yeah, I'll definitely have like 2 or 3 that'll be available. We'll see what happens. I gotta make my final decision on that clutch if I'm keeping a girl or replacing dad or what I'm gonna do. I mean, I guess I could do both, but
we're creeping up. We got 8 people back.
Yeah, YouTube just totally shut my app down. Like totally just closed everything and kicked me out.
Any with heads? No.
No, not yet. We're working that direction. Again, I like to take the long road with that kind of stuff and build up some incompletes and then put it over to a recessive and try to make a really strong representation with a recessive attached instead of just making a single visual kind of thing and going back and bringing it all back in again. But back to this other clutch. This clutch here was a pastel Enchi leopard yellow belly to the blackhead red gene. Now there's no blackhead in this animal. Great looking animal. Yeah, this is a boy. I was looking to see if this was a male or female. This is a boy. I think I'm going to need another shed or 2 to figure this out, but I think this is a pastel red gene Enchi leopard, possible yellow belly.
You get that head stamp.
So, I mean, we do this quad platform pastel Enchi leopard yellow belly a fair bit, and the pattern looks the same, but it doesn't usually bring this blushing in. Usually it's all yellow. So I think the red gene is having some influence in that. I don't know. We'll see in a little bit. We'll see what kind of color gets brought back in. If we get any undertones in here, or what happens.
Yeah, Dave was saying leopard Enchi red gene plus.
Yeah, it's definitely Enchi leopard yellow, possible yellow belly. It's not. Again, this complex is really tough on the yellow belly. It doesn't always stand out. The first male that we made, which was the pastel Enchi leopard yellow belly. When you got to looking at the yellow belly, it was really kind of washed out, and it didn't really start until he was a little bit older. So we're definitely going to need a few meals and sheds in this guy to confirm the yellow belly. But the head definitely looks different. So I definitely think we got a pastel red gene Enchi leopard, and the yellow belly will confirm kind of a little bit down the road here.
The OD pin is doing extreme. OD fire pin is doing extremely great. She's a chow hound. She does not miss a meal, and she's putting on size. Yeah, the blacks are crisp. So I brought out this boy back again.
So this is the again. This is the black pastel blackhead red gene.
Yep, and then this here is a black pastel blackhead. So the black pastel and the blackhead, you get a little crazier alien heads versus what the black pastel looks like by itself.
And you start to get some of the striping that's coming down the dorsal there. Kind of like if you look over here, it kind of emulates the same thing here.
Yep. So
red stripe really comes in heavy on this combo.
Red stripe.
Red gene. Red gene comes in real heavy on this combo. And
I wish
it
really
makes a difference. I mean, you look at the difference in alien heads, like you kind of get a little bit down at the tail where it starts to get garbled up like all this stuff is.
Yeah.
But red gene just really complements these guys, and it just all the way through from the neck. Yeah, I'm saucy.
No,
So,
you wish, Dave. He says you'll take the one with the red gene. Nope, that one's staying here for sure. Yep, he's gonna put in some work in the next couple of years. So yeah, so that's those two. Somebody asked some other questions. Chris was asking, what's your favorite hatchling so far? I've only had one clutch on the ground so far this season, so my favorite is this guy.
for me, it's a little harder to choose from.
Try and do this one-handed. Oh, this one goes in there, that one goes up.
Nope.
Here, put them both in there.
So we'll bring this girl back out.
Even out of the freeway stuff, that one's still your favorite.
Only because you asked. That girl.
Yeah, Chris, you totally missed this. You definitely need to see this snake.
And if we're going based on visual looks,
This is his other
that
favorite.
girl. Now, if I was going based on genetic power,
Oh.
it would probably be this girl. So, pastel leopard freeway pied, pastel leopard freeway het pied. And for now, I'm going to call this a high OD extreme het tri. And I think there may be some allelic stuff going on here between extreme and tri-stripe.
Yeah.
I don't really know yet, but like she's just you don't make too many animals that look like this. Pattern wise, blocked out, yes, but like the high intensity of color, this girl looks better than a lot of super ODs.
Gift bearer, click the little gear down at the bottom of your picture.
Yeah.
And you can change your video quality. So that may be what it is.
Yeah, it usually defaults to auto and puts you in like the 500 to 720 areas. If you change it to like 4K, or I think we shoot here at 1080p, that'll get you back up and you'll get rid of a lot of that pixelation.
Yeah, when I restarted this video and started up on my computer, it put me on 144p.
That's so bad. That's so bad. Again, YouTube, highly intelligent, right? Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
It says 1400.
That's better than 1080. So you can.
Which is weird because like our live quality.
Oh, 720,
is
really?
the highest, yeah. Well, for the lives, is the highest you can do.
I look at it and it's like it looks way better than 7.
Yeah, gift bearers, change it from 144 and put it on 720.
So this is a sister to the crazy orange one we just looked at. We'll let you guys take a look at that. She hasn't shed yet, but you can give me your feedback on what you think is that, or what that is. I don't think it. I initially called Orange Dream when we cut the eggs. I don't think it's Orange Dream. I don't necessarily think it's an extreme gene. And it doesn't look like a normal het tri. So I'm at a loss. Extreme gene gives you really fat striping all the way down. Typically, majority of the snake starts with the head. You could have some broken stuff, but you usually typically get really wide striped dorsal pattern. This animal has like these 3 spots on the back of the head. I've never seen that before. It is a female. She has a lot of great peach colors in the. Every alien head is like a peach color with this nice caramel dorsal stripe. I just don't know. I'm at a loss. Is this a new gene that is also in the other animal that is amplifying all the color and making them look crazy, or is this just a phenotypic anomaly? I just don't know, to be honest.
Dave is saying a huge het tri influence.
Yeah. A lot of the alien heads are aligned in the same height. They want to almost stripe and connect. So definitely, I agree with that. And then when we look at this side on this neck pattern over here, you can see. And she's not going to like this, but...
yes, gift bearer. Gavin's still around. He's still doing stuff.
So you can see that all that striping going on there, really wanting to stripe out and be tri-stripe. So definitely has the het influence, and it should, because the male was a visual tri-stripe. But, nothing else speaks to all the color, all the other stuff. I made het tris, or pos het tris last year, and... nothing of the 50% of the clutch should have stuff. There were multiple clutches last year, and I really didn't see anything that resembled this. So I don't necessarily think it's just the tri-stripe influence. I don't know. Time will tell. Is there something allelic going on? Who knows? But for what should be a normal het tri, she looks phenomenal. She wants to take off. But yeah, those 3 dots are just great. That's so cool.
Call her trumpet.
Yeah, the other red stripe clutch is like so deep into it. Those guys are too deep into it. We looked at those.
Quick glance back at these guys.
We'll finish with this guy. Just because why not? Yeah, this guy will be doing a ton of work this coming season. He's eating like a hound, chow hound, growing really quick. So this guy you're looking at, this is my pastel super Enchi hypo DG. There'll be a lot of comboed triple hets coming out of here next season with Hypo and DG. So Hypo DG Clown, Hypo DG Pied, maybe some Xanthic stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens, what the whole breeding program looks like. But at least right now, this guy with Clown, this guy with Pied for sure. Dude, I just can't. Like, he looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, that picture is kind of not that great, but if I spin him around, just, yeah, there you go. Like that. That's just crazy.
Don't go away. Come back here.
Yeah, the head is just nuts.
Where are you going? Come back here.
He's like, I don't like cameras in my face. I'm camera shy. But a nice plum color through most of the body. As you start to get up to the head, it darkens a little bit more. But like all this is really like a kind of a ghosted plum color. And yeah, this dude is just awesome. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's coming.
Pair with Minnie.
Yeah, there's some of that. It probably won't be Minnie because Minnie is a 66 that I haven't proven out yet. But the female that produced the freeways, pastel leopard ivory pied, would definitely go to her. I think he's slated to go to her. So super pastel, Enchi, leopard, yellow belly, triple hets, and guaranteed to be Enchi, yellow belly, triple hets. Every animal will at least be Enchi yellow belly triple het with 1 dose or 2 dose of pastel and some leopard in there. Doing like it just gets you just gotta giggle because it just gets crazy after you know. So and that's the direction I go with stuff like, you know, take the long road. Put all the incompletes, whether you're making them, whether you're buying them, put all the incompletes in there with the recesses attached, and then throw everything together and make the most ridiculous thing. So when I produce these animals, again, our complex is, and it's not our complex, but the stuff we like to work with, pastel, Enchi, leopard, yellow belly. That is our quad that we like. So I have the chance, when I put those two animals together, to make that. So super pastel, Enchi, leopard, yellow belly, triple het. Like, I could make our quad that is triple het for Hypo, DG, and Pi. Like, it's kind of silly. Like, yeah. I just kind of, I think about stuff like that and I just start giggling because it is like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even have words for it. Just really cool, a lot of fun, and that's kind of why we do it. So. Yep. But I'm about done. You about done?
So I was gonna flip it, and I was gonna tell them about next cutting.
Whatever you're gonna do.
So next Thursday, so this upcoming Thursday, May 20th, we have a egg cutting. It is my second egg cutting of the season. I was gonna hold this one. I was kind of holding this one secret. Didn't want to put it out there too much. I did find out that somebody actually is working this project currently. They actually started doing this last year. And so, I'm going to let it out there. Next week's cutting is going to be a Firefly Yellow Belly Xanthic to a puzzle. So making double het puzzle Xanthic stuff. So best we can do is a Firefly Yellow Belly double het. So that is, I can't wait. And it's also mine and my wife Lori. It's our 15th wedding anniversary, so it's going to be, some good luck that night to hopefully hit exactly what I'm looking for. And we have six eggs from that clutch, so fairly decent odds, I should say. Should be enough eggs to hopefully hit what we're looking for.
How many eggs?
6. It's kind of borderline, you know.
We'll see.
I'd be happy with like a pastel yellow belly on one side and a fire pastel on the other side, like a Firefly on one side and yellow belly on one side.
Yep.
so that way I don't hit an ivory when I go to pair them
Yeah,
together. Later
Chris,
down the road.
you're talking Matt's language for sure. Like that's his jam as well as all that
Yeah.
Xanthic comboed stuff. Again, like I look at the snake world and I'm like, I'm so far behind. But and that's just because the road that we choose. Like we again try to put combos like incompletes into the mix before we make our double heads. So we see the sunset clown and the lightning pied and blah 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 and like all this stuff, which is phenomenal. They're amazing animals. But the overall concept that I'm like, well, now I make that's great. I have it, but that if it's a boy has to go back and go to whatever incompletes I want to bring in, and I have to kind of start all over. Now you get a little bit of a head start because once you make those girls and you grow them up 2 or 3 years later, you can take that same male if you still got them and put them back to them, and you got a better odds of.
And you're making 100% versus...
right. So there is some benefits to doing that. Obviously sales, when you're selling animals, everything's 100%, so it's easier to sell. You get a little bit higher value for them. But it is a little tough in the beginning because you have to go all the way back to the drawing board and start all over. But
yeah,
I don't know. We're going our road. It's probably not right. It's definitely not fast.
Long bumpy road.
Yeah, but we're having fun doing it.
Blast.
Especially this year. This year has started off really great. Next season looks to be. I don't even have words for what next season will
even
be
bigger.
like. Yeah, they're definitely bigger for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sell so many adults next year. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. I guess I'm gonna have to buy really big boxes.
Well, I was gonna say usually breeder females go pretty quick.
We'll see.
A lot of people seeking out those. I've been listening to a lot of lives with a lot of people coming into the business looking for breeder females. So.
Yeah, that's kind of common year in and year out.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Making some amazing stuff. I think your strategy is good. We thank that gift bearer.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You watch what's going on, Brewer. Welcome. You kind of do your. It's been a struggle lately, only because, not Matt so much, but I'm used to going to big shows. I go to Tinley. We started going to Arlington. We've been going to some of these big shows and make multiple connections with people and seeing what they have going and that whole energy that fills my gas tank, right? I've talked about this on previous videos, is that staying in this and staying strong, I look at it as a gas tank. And every time you clean tubs and you feed animals, like you're taking little bits out of your gas tank. You make a sale, and a little bit goes back in, and then you keep taking stuff out of your gas tank. You go to a show, you put a little bit back in, and then you come back and you clean, and you're taking stuff out of your gas tank. And for me, the biggest thing that fills my gas tank is going to these big shows, going to Tinley, going to Arlington. I've not had an opportunity to go to Florida or go to California yet. We'll see what happens with that. I know Matt's spoken pretty clearly about wanting to do the California stuff.
Yeah.
So timing, money, opportunity, that stuff. So maybe he's going to run and do that. But it's a great thing. So anytime you have a chance to go to Tinley, to go to Arlington, any of the really big shows, definitely do it. It amps you up. Your gas tank gets full. You get excited. You get inspired. You get new ideas. Walking by Justin's table and walking by Ozzy's table, and the list could be a mile long. Rick Slosher's table. Walking by Meershawn Morph's table.
JD
Constriction. If you do Xanthic stuff, and there's so many guys that are just like doing crazy stuff. To just look and see the combos they made, so you can go home and be like, okay, well, I have this piece, I have that piece, and I just need to figure out a plan to pull it all together.
And speaking,
making plans is critical.
Right?
Following plans is an achievement. So 2022 is coming. Well, I made my 2022 breeding plans, was it 2 months ago?
Yeah, give or
roughly?
take. Yeah.
Give or take. So I already have everything all scheduled out for really what I want to do coming in December from 2 months ago. And we're middle of May. So middle of March, I was making my plans for December. And, they're going to change a little bit, like the adder stuff. If I can get him to size and he's one of those early developers and he goes, that's going to kind of change things. This guy over here that we just showed you, he's definitely going to change things. He's big enough not to breed yet, but like by the time I get to December, he'll definitely be big enough. The question is if he'll breed. We'll see, but like that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Sticking to plans is, I think, is critical for pushing your business, for pushing your collection forward. I could not do this and not write everything down. Like I couldn't have a spreadsheet. I couldn't not have like a whiteboard and have everything written out for what my plans are. And I do my females, male 1, male 2. So if one doesn't work, I know what the second one, the second male I have to, put in, or that's my primary male that's going to put in after the chump got his work done. Following the plans is critical. I firmly believe you got to put it down on paper, Excel spreadsheets,
right,
and whiteboards, and just follow that, because without that, once you start to build your collection and you're 30, 40, 50 girls in, okay, maybe I'm getting old and senile, but I can't keep all that stuff straight up here. I have to have it written down in
comment.
Like what lock. Yeah, whatever. You look at your board just as much as I do. Who locked when, what week they locked, when was the last time they locked, when, and based on that, who needs to lock again and when.
Right.
And, this year we're going to have right around 50 clutches. That means we paired about 75 females. There's no way I could keep all that straight. You got to get into practice early of writing it down, sticking to it, and, putting those locks together either once a month until you get an ultrasound. If you get an ultrasound or you get really good at palpating, then that kind of changes your game. But yeah, I don't know why I'm rambling. I'm just like kind of going off here. And
speaking of big shows,
I got to reel it back in.
I'll actually be hitting a relatively big show for myself for the first time, the Rhode Island show. That should be a bigger show for New England because it's a 2-day show versus a single-day show. So.
You can talk about that a little bit more then.
Yeah, so that.
Seeing you brought it up.
That's October 16th and 17th.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember the town in Rhode Island. I know it's in Rhode Island. Do you remember the town? No.
It doesn't matter.
No,
because there's not that many towns in Rhode Island. It's the smallest state in the country.
It's the one state that actually slows down its speed limit to make it look bigger.
I've never thought of it that way. Fair enough. So why are you excited about that show?
Well, for myself, the only shows that I've been to are everything here in New England. It is another New England show. All the shows have been one-day shows, so Sunday. That's been our day for every single show that we've been to. New Hampshire, New York, Massachusetts.
Yep.
This is a 2-day show. They're actually going to have... This show will also have an auction for U.S. ARC. So I've never been to a U.S. ARC auction.
And we'll pause here for a minute. I've been to multiple U.S. ARC auctions at Tinley and at Arlington.
And they go nuts.
And if it's just a little bit like that,
it's going to be a blast.
Dude, if again, I talk about giggles with breeding and stuff. If you go to one of these auctions, people will... The money that gets thrown around, it's all for a great cause. It's all for U.S. ARC, right? So your rights, your ability to keep reptiles, not just ball pythons, but any reptile, is all dependent upon laws in each and every state.
Right.
USARK tracks and fights for rights in each and every state. If you're not signed up for USARK, definitely go do that. Pay your $40, get your membership, get some money to the people that are fighting for your rights, and those guys. Anyway, the whole auction is for a donation to USARK.
Yep.
Most of the time. A lot of times there's somebody in the reptile industry that is in a need, so there's a portion of that may be segregated, and those monies get donated to that person because their child had cancer, their child died and they didn't have money to bury them, somebody got sick, somebody died. Like, it's just craziness the way people come together and donate $60, $70, $80, $100,000 to this one individual, and still USARK gets a ton of money. Yep. Because people pay, I don't know, $5,000 for a cake, or $1,000 for 4 cupcakes, right. Or they sell a bag of dicks, literally a bag of dicks, for $500, and they start throwing them at each other, and it gets rowdy, it gets crazy. So if you're in the Northeast and you have the opportunity to go to Rhode Island, Saturday night will be insane. We'll both be there.
Yep.
If you're not in New England, if you're anywhere near Chicago or Arlington or Florida, where, like Orlando area, they all do NARBC auctions, and it would behoove you to go and just have a blast.
I think even this the same group that's running this one in Rhode Island also does one down in Tennessee.
Well, they do a majority. So this is Show Me Snakes,
Show Me Reptiles,
something like that.
Yep.
The majority of the stuff they do is all down south.
Yep. And
they have a track they do. So up here, the people that do the show circuit up here is really, how can I put this nicely?
Not as in tune into their shows as these bigger shows?
It's lackluster. When you go to Tinley, every booth has a black backdrop and half-wall side black curtains, and then a table with a full tablecloth. So you are separated by the person next to you. So you come in with your banners, you come in with your tapestry for your table and stuff, you set up your stuff, and you have an opportunity to look professional and presentable. In New England, Long Island, White Plains, New Hampshire, and Mass, it's a gymnasium with wooden tables thrown out, and you got to make your own way. You set up all your own stuff and rock and roll. So the problem is when you're setting up to a bunch of people, like we put a fair bit into our setup, and it's been an amalgamation. It's been like a growing thing. We keep changing stuff, making it better. Yep. But we set up next to people that come in and put a piece of plastic picnic table drape on their table and throw their stuff open. And I'm like, okay, flea market. And yes, that may help us look better, but overall, when you look at a show, it looks like crap.
And you may even get people that don't even put anything on their table.
Correct.
Just a few business cards.
So this will be, I'm hoping, I don't know that they're going to do full tapestry and pipe and drape and stuff for this show. I'm hoping they do, because it will be ridiculous. It'll be phenomenal. And we have a table for both days, and we will be at the auction. And, my thing, obviously, if you can't tell, is alcohol. So I will be buying a couple bottles, maybe 3. I'm going to bring them, and that will be my donation to USARK. And I think in Arlington, I bought 2 bottles in Arlington, and I donated them. One was a $30 bottle, the other one was like a $50 bottle. And the $30 bottle went for $150, and the $50 bottle went for like $350. I mean, stuff goes for ridiculous amounts of money at the auction. So sometimes it makes you cry, depending on who it goes to. But it's all for a great cause, and
sometimes
it's good.
And sometimes you make drunk purchases.
Yeah, that was a couple years
But
ago.
that- but that was
you
actually-
need to learn to forgive and forget, and it
No,
wasn't your
no.
bank account.
No, let me.
You're not my wife.
No.
I've heard it enough already. I don't need to hear it no more.
No, this is positive. It was a
Drunken purchases is positive?
Yes, because that was your adder, and you made some
Oh,
awesome adder stuff.
we're talking about shows here.
Oh, that was
My
a different.
drunken purchase at the auction was not an adder. Although it was the Mackenzie, and it was some silly marble thing that I bought, and maybe a couple other things that.
But the 2 snakes
Whatever.
definitely came out good.
Yeah, the
Definitely out in your favor.
Mackenzie is gravid. She's gonna lay. She was put to the asphalt that made the freeway stuff, so we'll have Mackenzie freeway posset pied stuff. So.
Which reminds me, I need to go look upstairs if I have some snake eggs. Until I forgot to look today.
No. Well, I cleaned yesterday. There was nothing yesterday. So.
Yeah. Like one of the girls had a big old lump near her tail, so
Woo! All right.
fingers crossed.
Well, that's it for us, y'all. Thank you
We done.
very much for joining us tonight. Kind of back into our normal element of length, although it's in a couple of videos. But thanks for jumping in. Really appreciate it. Great seeing all you guys here tonight. The next cutting is Matt's
Thursday,
on Thursday,
7:30.
7:30 p.m. Eastern
Eastern
Standard
Standard
Time.
Time.
Same bat channel, same bat time. And we will see you guys there.
Peace.
Peace out. And Tuesday. Don't forget Tuesday.
Oh yeah, our video.